Okay, so it's Monday night after a long Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. It was pretty fun. Spending all day moving my sister out of university. She's back home now, and lots of stuff to happen around the house. Now, here's my question. On Mondays, pretty typical. What do? When you get back to work, you talk to everybody. Oh, how was your weekend? Oh, good. Yeah, what'd you do? I don't know, stuff, which is pretty typical conversation for most people, I imagine, on a Monday. Now, as teachers, obviously, you're having that conversation among your colleagues, and you know what, students, they're having that conversation amongst themselves as well. And the casual time you'll ask, oh, how was your weekend, to a student, and they'll say good. They won't really say too much more about what they've been into, but as a teacher, you pick up on a lot of things that students have been doing over the weekend. Now, let's get a situation. If you found out that one of your students or groups of your students had been, or just students in the school, had been partying all weekend and were absolutely drunk all weekend, is that, oh, whatever, kids will be kids, or, is it, well, maybe you should say something when you're talking to their parents. So, as a teacher, is it your responsibility to maintain the trust and confidence of your students and not really say anything to their parents? Or, as a responsible adult, who, if I had a son or daughter and they were getting themselves into trouble, I'd probably want to know about it. So, is it my responsibility as a teacher to inform the parents of some of the activities that their son or daughter may or may not be involved with? And then you could talk more about gray areas in terms of, well, if they're 18, you're probably not going to call their parents because they're considered an adult anyway. But then you could flip it on the other side. If it's a 14-year-old, should you be protecting their confidence, or should you be looking out for maybe their best interest because they're making a poor decision? And then the line can be, oh, well, if it's alcohol, or, what if it's other things? What if it's drugs, or what if it's unsafe sex, or what if it's, who knows, violence or fighting or anything like that. So my question for the world is, as a teacher, should I be more concerned about maintaining the confidence of my students or protecting them in their best interest, and maybe telling their parents about what they've actually been doing on the weekends that really they may or may not be aware of? Just from some of the stories you hear, and I'm obviously not going to repeat anything, but some of the stories you hear your student say, you think, wow, if that were my son or daughter, I'd want to know about it as a parent. But the question is, should you be calling the parents? So that's all I really wanted to ask the world. Please comment, tell me what I should do, tell me what you think is appropriate, or maybe you can open up the discussions and bring up more situations on when I should or shouldn't say anything. Thoughts? Let me know. And I've got an exciting post for you hopefully tomorrow. There's a really big new acquisition I have that I really am excited to share. I picked it up on the weekend. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm going to have a video of it tomorrow.